They were just like, hey, where you from? I just moved here. I live on this street. And I'm just like, are you guys serious right now? And they're like, yeah, this is serious. And then dude just pulled out his thing and then just put it to my face. I gave him my phone, trying to get the password of my phone. My dumb self was like, let me see my phone so I could give you the password. And they're like, no, that. They're like, what else you got? You know what? I got some like knockoff off-whites that my dad had given me. Yeah, they're from the Philippines. I heard one of the guys like, no, we don't need your shoes. And then the dude that had the gun was like, no, that, take his shoes.
I'ma tell you stop drinking. Also cans, but your girl caffeine. Pussy ass chick, get good for no reason. Rooted to the nigga, gotta have it for the scene. Same type of girl that'll stay when you leave. She might have had an album by the way that she was leaving. Number one plumber, let me check up in your boss. Caught up in the face, but I finally got nauseous. Be cautious, cause I'm going just day night, baby, I'm going just day night, baby, I'm going I'm going just day night, baby, I'm going just day night, baby, I'm going just day night, baby, I'm going That's nice. Wow.
Artist, musician, songwriter. I just hit my nose on the mic. Kerzy De Leon, formerly known as circa 2012, Dat Kerzy Pinoy.
Hell yeah.
Originally hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, then Fairfield, California, now based here in the Bay Area. How you doing today, brother?
I'm ecstatic. Very ecstatic.
Thanks for coming through, dude. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I love the mask.
Thank you. Shout out to, was it Blamo? I don't know. Blamo Clothing. They got very unique masks, all different styles. I'm trying to get them to sponsor me too.
There we go.
I'm trying to. I'm tagging them in everything.
This is a good step right here.
Yeah.
Just send them this right here.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear that just out in general?
No. No. Only when I'm just doing just the content stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, for promo.
Damn.
That's pretty much it.
I feel like now, just with everything that's going on in the world, like everyone has become so, I feel like reserved and stuff. Like people didn't even make eye contact, man. Like I go for a walk every morning because I try to keep up with my fitness and stuff. But I go for a walk and I try to like make eye contact with people and just say hi. It's like 8 a.m., dude.
Yeah.
Like it's a new day. The sun's out.
Right.
I'm saying hi to my neighbor, dude. People don't even look. They don't even like make eye contact. They look mad that I'm outside. They're mad that I'm in their peripheral vision. And I'm like, yo.
Like we share this place.
Yeah. We are human beings coexisting in what is an insane world. Like the least you could do is smile and wave. Yeah. It's like the easiest thing you could do. And you feel good after.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Like, I mean, okay, to be fair, you know what I mean? Like, I think 1 out of every 10 people is like a nice person. Like they'll wave, they'll smile, and I feel good.
Yeah.
But the other 9 people, they might as well just be doing this. Like, you, dude.
Right.
Like it's basically the same energy that they're giving off by just like not even looking at me, or like sometimes they look at me like be mad at me, just mug me like hella hard, dude. I don't know. How do you feel about that, man?
Well, try living in Oakland. No one doesn't say hey or anything. You could just be doing your own thing. Everyone just eyes down or just whatever.
I feel like Oakland low-key has one of the most like friendliest reputations of the cities in the Bay Area.
Also, the murder capital.
Murder and friendly. They have both of those.
They got the full spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, I could like the pros and cons of it. I mean, I've been on the good end and the bad end of being in Oakland. The bad end, I moved out there 2022. I want to say. And yeah, my roommate, he's also from Nebraska. Like me and him were friends in Nebraska. So like it's going on like maybe like 20 years now or so, just friendship. So yeah. But I used to just visit him and then we would just go clubbing in Oakland or SF or whatever. And then when his roommate left, he was like, hey, do you want to move in? I'm like, okay, cool. So I've been in that area all the time, day and night. I go to the lake on Saturdays because, you know, everyone's vending. There's a farmer's market, all that stuff. And then so I want to say, what was it? It was like a Friday I moved in, and then like the Saturday I was settling in. I went to the lake, and then I came back to my street, and there's 3 guys on my corner, and they stopped me. Yeah. Yeah, they had stopped me. But when I was going down the hill, I was like, yeah, this is trouble. This is because I can see them going down. Yeah, I can see them going down, and because I'm up the hill, so I'm walking down, and I'm like, oh wow, this is not good. I don't know how I'm gonna pass these guys. So like, I tried walking past. They stopped me. They were just like, hey, like, where you from? Like all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, dude, like I just moved here. Like, what? I'm just like, dog, like I live on the street. Like, come on, guys, like whatever. And then they were just like, yeah, give me your shit. And I'm just like, are you guys serious right now? And they're like, yeah, this is serious. And then dude just pulled out his thing and then just put it to my face. It was just like, give me everything or you're getting shot. And so like I gave him my phone. And then so he was trying to get the password of my phone, and my dumb self was like, let me see my phone so I could give you the password, because I don't remember it off the top of my head. And they're like, no, fuck that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then
you were trying to help him out.
Yeah, but like, I mean, he knew better, but still. And so I was like, well, you can freaking hotwire my phone, I guess. You know how to freaking hack it. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, and then so they're like, what else you got? And I was just thinking, like, what could I give him? Because I don't have much. It's just me and my bag and my keys and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I got some like knockoff Off-Whites that my dad had given me. And, yeah, they're from the Philippines. Yeah, they're from the Philippines.
Oh,
so you know, they look like some like designer shoes. So
basically the real thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And then so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Give him my shoes. And then, so while I was doing that, I heard one of the guys like, "No, we don't need your shoes." And then the dude that had the gun was like, "Nah, fuck that. Take his shoes." So I was like,
God.
All right, cool. So that happened, and then they're like, "What else you got?" And then so I pulled out my keys. Like, "What do you want with my keys?" And he tried to reach for my keys, and then I yanked my arm back, and then I just took off running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my! This was when?
This was 4 years ago.
When I
first moved in.
2022.
Yeah.
When you moved from
Fairfield to Oakland.
Because people were down bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! I'm sorry that happened, man. That's like the craziest welcome.
I retract my statement about Oakland being friendly.
It still has its perks, but it's just like it could have been just wrong day, and it was broad daylight too. So it was just like, you know, the wrong day, wrong time.
Bro, which part of Oakland?
I stayed like right by the lake.
And this happened right by the lake?
Yeah, I stay like right by the lake. I'm probably like maybe like less than a 5-minute walk from the lake. If that, maybe a 5-minute walk.
I didn't even know Oakland had a lake.
Yeah,
Lake Merritt?
Lake Merritt? Oh. Yeah, that is like...
That's like the...
Yeah, it's very synonymous.
Because I never go to Oakland, I guess.
Yeah.
Because of the stories.
You should go on a Saturday. The farmer's market's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still living in the same spot?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's changed. But it's funny because after that, like 10 months later... almost a similar situation happened to me again.
No.
But this time it was at nighttime.
Oh my God.
It was at nighttime. So what happened was, it was at night. I think I was like door dashing or something. So I was coming home, and then I'm walking on my street, and this car pulls up, no lights and tint, and it didn't click for that second, because I was like, there's no one with an Uber or someone getting dropped off, and they just sped up like that. And then it just clicked. I'm like, nope. And I ran. And then when I ran, I heard like 2 doors open, and then they went back into the car. So I heard the door shut, and then they sped off. So they were coming to get me. I don't know for what, but like it almost happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to go visit Oakland. Oh no.
Yeah, you got to grow thick skin out there, man. Yeah, all through experience.
Yeah, man. Well,
rite of passage, I'd say. For sure.
The Oakland welcome.
Yeah.
Before you moved to Oakland, you are originally from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yep.
Were you born and raised over there?
No, I was raised out there, but I was born in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in the Philippines, Angeles City, but I was born like through like the military. So,
okay.
So yeah.
So your dad's Filipino?
Both of my parents are actually Black and Filipino.
Both of your parents are Black and Filipino.
Both of my parents are Black and Filipino. So
nice.
my grandfathers were Black, in the military, and then they married Filipino women, pretty much.
Very common.
Yeah.
Well, how'd your parents meet?
Just through the military. I think just going to school
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, they were together when they were like 16, and then they had me when they were like 18.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
so they
Oh
were
my
teen
God.
parents.
Young
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're born in the Philippines. Did you immigrated with your parents to the United States?
Yeah.
And then you ended up in Omaha, Nebraska, right?
Yeah, kind of. It kind of worked like that. So my grandma, like on my mom's side, they moved to Fairfield, I want to say, or like Sassoon City. It's like the same
like
thing.
Fairfield, Backville, that kind of area.
Yeah. So they all kind of just migrated there, and that was just kind of like home base.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when I came around, like my grandma kind of just had custody of me in that sense, and then she was married to somebody else that was in the military, not my grandfather, but I moved with my grandma to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And then came back out here for like kindergarten, and then they got papers to Japan, so I was in Japan for like however long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this is when I was like 5, so like I did kindergarten out there, and then I finished kindergarten back out here in California, and then my life started in Nebraska. So
How was Nebraska, man?
Nebraska, I would compare Nebraska to like Silicon Valley.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah. Like there's where I lived is, it's just suburbs, just predominantly like white people. Yeah, just easy living.
Were you able to fit in pretty well, just as a military kid, and also a minority in Nebraska that's predominantly white?
Yeah, I mean, when I was out there, I was a kid, so like everything was very just impressionable to me. So just like as like with any like 90s kids, we just grew up watching like the same stuff.
Yeah.
And then just being influenced by that.
Yeah. So Nebraska was
Yeah.
pretty inclusive. Like you just felt like you're just another kid.
Yeah.
Basically. That's
yeah,
good.
Pretty much.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Damn. And then you moved back here to California to Fairfield.
In like 2013, 2014.
Oh, so you were all grown. You were like 20, like 20 something, right?
Yeah, like 24. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, 23, 24. Around there. Yeah.
And is that when you started to post your music on SoundCloud and Reverb Nation and DatPiff? Is that kind of when that
A little
all
bit,
started?
yeah, a little bit. I was in a limbo in like 2013 of being in Nebraska and here, because I would come out here like since 2007, 2008. I would just come here for like the wintertime, summertime, and then yeah. So uploading music, yeah, I want to say like 2008, 2009. It was like Reverb Nation, but I was in Nebraska for that.
Yeah.
And then like 2014, 15. Then that's when I just started using SoundCloud.
Damn. So you started recording in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what got you into that? Were you with a group of friends that were started recording, or were you just doing this on your own?
I was, like I said, like I was influenced by like everything and everyone out there.
Yeah.
And because in high school, I was influenced by like people that would rap. Also, oh yeah, I lived in Mississippi as well. Totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. So like 2001 up until like 2005, 2006, I was in Mississippi.
You've just been everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
just the military, man. This is the military.
yeah.
Yeah, so of course, like in Mississippi, there's a lot of history for like slavery and like all that kind of stuff. So Mississippi is like one of like those main states that was like rooted in slavery.
Yeah. Right.
So it's just like I was just around black people, around white people, Vietnamese people.
Vietnamese people.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. There's a lot. There is a lot.
In Mississippi.
Yeah, there was a lot of Vietnamese people. Like I didn't know what Vietnamese was when I was out there because I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't learn that in Nebraska, so I was just like, what is Vietnamese?
Yeah.
I didn't know. But yeah, so I was introduced to that. But like all the kids at my school, they were like gang members. They were Crips and stuff. So like they would
God.
just yeah. So like
Mississippi.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so like, all the kids there, they rapped and stuff, and that was like the peak of like like making beats on like the cafeteria bench tables and like all that kind of stuff. So like everyone would rap, and I'm like, yo, like that's cool. Like my friends are like doing this kind of stuff. But then like I didn't rap, but I was like, I would love to do beats. And so with beats, I didn't have equipment or whatever. You know, I'm just a kid, so like I don't have money for all that stuff. There was a PS2 game, and I said this on if you guys know No Name Rod, I said this on his podcast. There's this video game on the PS2. It's called EJ Club World, and it was ran by this black German guy, and he just had like every genre on there, and you could just create any song, from any genre, from any country, and like I was just on the hip hop one, like all the time. But like you can't like upload those files, export them. It's all on the memory card, so it's like you can't really do nothing with it. So those are just like lost files, pretty much.
And it's just beats. You make
it was just beats. It was just beats.
Wow, I had a PS2. I had so many games.
I think that was called EJ Music World.
It was like EJ Club World.
Okay. And then I feel like there was another one.
There were so many
called like Music Generator
or something. Like
Like
MTV had one.
Yeah, that's the one. MTV Music Generator or something like that. And it was like kind of like a sequencer. Like you pick like different tracks and stuff like that. Yeah, so that was your first step into producing music or making music.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then
that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, so with that, like when I was in Mississippi, I would like visit Nebraska. And so my friends in Nebraska, they had music equipment. And then like they would show me stuff, but like it wasn't enough for me to like absorb all of that knowledge. And I'm just like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get equipment anyway. So
and you're on the move all the time.
So I'm just like, why would I like spend time getting equipment? I could just rap.
Yeah.
I could just rap, like whatever. So I just 2008, 2009, I just started rapping with a friend, and we were a duo, and then we were just making music.
Can you just describe what the entire like music scene is like in Nebraska versus coming here?
Wow. So because they don't have like a rooted culture like the Bay Area does, they kind of like piggyback off of like mainstream rappers. So like whatever sound that they hear, they try to like emulate that into their own thing. But like they have like Midwest legends, like if you guys know who like Tech Nine is. So like everyone is like diehard Tech Nine when he comes out, and like, you know, graces people with concerts and like all that kind of stuff. But like I've never met any local legends, I guess you would say, because there's not a real music scene. Like your main guy that's like the public figure of the state will probably be like lucky to like open for like big acts when they come into town, and that's like pretty much it for those people in that sense. So it's like, it's almost like you got to just know the right people or hang around the right people to like get into these shows or whatever. So in that degree, I never really fit in with that criteria of like the music that people were producing, because my sound was so different. So like no one didn't really like mess with me and my friend, because we just didn't do anything. What
everyone else was doing. Yeah, so let's fast forward to May 10th, 2016. You release Yes, It Is the Mixtape. That was the name of your mixtape.
Yes.
Called Yes, It Is a Mixtape. You release this on Dat Piff, RIP. I don't think Dat Piff's around anymore.
No, I don't
Legendary think so. Mixtape website. I mean, all the greats release their mixtapes on there. Lil Wayne, you name it, everyone.
Yeah.
So you released your first mixtape on Dat Piff and SoundCloud. Golden Era, Boom Bap type mixtape. Did you record this when you were in Nebraska?
I want to say, I think for the 89 and Beyond song, I think it was in Nebraska, and the rest was out here.
There's so many streaming services becoming available, and, you know, ways for artists to get their music out. How did you initially stumble upon Reverb Nation?
I want to say someone I knew just had that, and I was like, okay, I might as well. And like it seemed like it had some traction. Like I think that was like the thing before SoundCloud. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys, whatever social, what was that? So I think of like MySpace before like Facebook. It was kind of like that was like the main thing everyone was doing.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
I remember when, like early 2000s, the first place people were putting their music was a place called Pure Volume. Do you remember that website?
I don't think so.
Damn. Yeah, I just remember like that was like a trip because you just see bands, like local bands were posting all their stuff on there. And like that's what led me down that rabbit hole of like finding like local bands, local music.
How was your experience on Reverb Nation?
Yeah. Like, it was what it was, but it's just like, I want to say there was like somebody local because I think with that website, like you could see like people like in your city or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to say there was like a tab for that. You could see like who in your city is on this and like
that's dope.
Yeah. And then so there was like one dude on there, like I guess with that 89 and Beyond song, it was like from one of my friends in Nebraska who produced this beat, and I guess he knew my friend. Then he said some like nasty stuff, like I don't know what he said, but he pretty much was just like, you're not gonna get anywhere like messing with this guy.
What?
And like all this kind of stuff. It's like, but I'm with this dude all the time, like every day. I'm in his basement every day. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. And then but yeah, I guess whatever the relationship between them two, I was just like, who is this guy? I've never
Some
heard of
random
this guy.
dude?
Yeah, but
on what was it, Reverb
Reverb,
Nation?
yeah, it was just, but like he knew my friend that made the beat, but I guess that beat was also lent to him. Maybe I don't remember, but
Just
like,
a hater, dude. That's just what he sounded like.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing music now, but it's
Probably
just
not.
like,
He probably hates his life right
yeah,
now.
but I'm just like who is this? That was probably like my first and ever like hate comment.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've been releasing the music since like 2012. Have you?
Yeah.
And you've only dealt with like one hateful comment or one
Yeah,
hater,
pretty
someone
much.
telling you-
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even like, yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
a good record, man.
Yeah.
Because damn, man, like I've had a couple things blow up on TikTok, just like music that I posted, and when that happens, everyone comes in, like everyone. Like most of it is like really nice. Like people are like fire, cool. Like release it, drop the song.
Right.
But then you'll just have one comment that like lives rent free in your head. Like quit music, go back to school, sell all your equipment, sell all your gear. Like
Right.
get out of here. I still remember that one. That was like 2020, man.
Whoa, that was
That's still in my head, dude. That one dude. Yeah. And like just like those random comments, the random haters, and the way that I feel like you gotta deal with those people is just remember that those people like hate their lives, dude. Like they're not happy people.
I mean,
They're-
2020 was not a happy.
It was not a
year
happy
either.
time, you know what I mean? But I feel like in general, people who are just hating in comments, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on TikTok, man, they're projecting their anger at themselves, like their own insecurities onto other people, right? And then you go to of course you go to their profile. It's like, hey, what's this person all about? Nothing on their profile.
Yeah.
They've never posted anything. They've never done anything. They're just nothing.
Yeah.
And they're just frustrated people, and it's sad. And they're just sad people, and that's how I see them, you know.
Yeah.
Because people who are actually doing what they want to do in their lives aren't sitting around typing comments,
Yeah.
like angrily.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Hating on others.
You got a new EP coming out soon, Not Your Average Latte.
I love the name.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
lattes. I love coffee. I got an espresso machine downstairs.
Nice.
How did you come up with the name?
I think I was just, I don't know. It kind of just came to me, honestly, because you know, as an avid coffee drinker, I was just like, I needed to do something different, like because I've rapped for however long, and you know, I kind of was like changing genres a little bit, doing like the funk, disco, pop kind of sound,
Yeah.
but still giving rap elements to it, kind of like Bruno Mars and you know, Anderson .Paak kind of thing, Silk Sonic thing. And I was just like, I could still do this, but like I feel like I need to do something different.
Yeah.
And then so, you know, just being around everybody here, everyone just like into just like rock music and like other stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? I could do some rock stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then so I was just like, okay, this is not your average thing coming from me. So I was like, why not just call it Not Your Average Latte? Because it's like not your like everyday kind of flavor because it's coming from me. So it's just like everyone's used to the rap stuff. It's like, well, let me just like extend my artistry with different genres. So yeah, it just came to me.
That's great.
Yeah, and you've been collaborating with a lot of different people all over the Bay Area. Went through your discography. You know, you just got a list of different producers. More notably, Don Morales. He played guitar, I believe, on a couple of your latest tracks. How was that experience working with him and other producers?
It's been fun. He knew how I worked. He liked my sound, and he was like, "Hey, let's just make a song." So he sent me "Play with My Heart," and then I was like, I could do something with this. And I think at that time, I used to have just nothing but beats. And then I think one of my friends sent me this file, and I don't know how it was sent to him, but it was just like random beats, different producers, don't know where they came from. And then so like I had that for like probably since like 2020. And then up until like 2025, like last year, that file went away. And I'm just like, what the hell?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it like, because you know how like on Google Drive, like you get like shared files from like whoever. So whoever is like the current shareholder of that file has the power to like take you off of like, you know, the shared with section and stuff. But I think he just like deleted the whole file.
No.
Yeah, and I had it for like 5 years. So like I just had songs ready to record. And then so since I didn't have anything anymore, I just had these leftover like songs with no beat or anything. So when Don hit me up and I was like, I think I have something for this. Okay. And then so it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. We filmed a video and yeah.
Damn. So how's the EP coming along?
We recorded a song yesterday, and then of course we had some exporting issues, but then figured out like it was just because of the phone. But yeah, other than that, I was trying to release it this month, but like engineers are just not around. They're doing other things or whatever. So I've been like pushing back the date. Like, all right, it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. I don't know when, but like I'm in the process of getting it out. So bear with me, please. Kind of thing. So
all good, man. It'll come out when it's ready.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Good things take time.
So you've been releasing music since 2012, around that time, right?
Like 2008, 2009.
Damn. So 2008 it goes all the way
Start of
back.
the Obama.
Yeah,
Obama.
it was. Yeah, it was
Brighter
really like
days.
around that time. Yeah.
Yeah, when things were good back then.
Yeah.
Felt empowered.
Yeah, the recession era. So
you-
I like to say.
So you've been in the game for a while, man.
Yeah.
You've paid your dues. You have this whole catalog of music. What creative habits or like routines and practices have you maintained to write music or to record music? Or do you have any, you know, specific things that you do to start writing, or is it kind of just like this impulsive, I have an idea and I just start writing, or do you have anything that you do?
So if I'm given like a pack of beats or instrumentals or whatever, and if I hear something specific and I'm like, it reminds me of this song. So I'll listen to whatever song that it reminds me of, and then I just study that, or I'll just study like their discography and just like get an idea of like how they like make music, how the lyrics work, like the patterns and like the cadences and like all that kind of stuff. So like, and I try not to like mimic any of that stuff, but just make it my own.
Yeah.
And so like, and I'll listen to it for like ever until it's just like out of my system. And then I'm like, you know what? All right, I think I'm ready to write. And then I just try to think of my own patterns and cadences. And then like sometimes like I'll have a melody down and I'm like, did I take this from somebody? Like it sounds like I heard it somewhere.
Yeah, I know that.
And then it's just like, dude, like I hope I don't hear it. And I'm just like, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've had that yet. But it's just like, it's scary because it's like I don't want to get in trouble by anybody. By just taking someone else's melody and stuff. So,
I'm not sure if anyone's truly 100% original these days.
I mean,
True.
Everything is a remix of something else when you think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
And we're all inspired by each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Like so many sampling. Sample into your beat, or you might borrow a melody from another rapper, but then change a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that could be a little mundane. And then I'm just like, ugh. Like especially if it's like a Bay Area song and then they're using like a typical like throwback, and it's like, why did you guys use this? Like it's blatantly obvious like you are using
It's like the
this.
same like synth or like the same bass line or like something like that.
Or you just literally just like bit like a piece of whatever, like clipped it, and then you just put it over your stuff, and I'm just like I don't think I'm gonna like the song now. just because of that.
Yeah.
You know?
It reminds me of like man, who's that? That rapper, that First Class, Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
He used that song, and it got him to the top.
That Fergie song?
Yeah, Glamorous.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you know what makes you mad? This is another song that makes you really mad because I really like the original song.
Yeah.
But that song was actually a remix. So I'm talking about Doechii. Anxiety.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Somebody that I used to know, Gautier.
Yeah.
That released in like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
But that song, the Gautier version, was actually a sample of
Yes.
another song.
Yes.
So I couldn't even be mad because they sampled someone else.
Yeah.
But then Doechii basically just ripped that whole thing.
Yeah.
Put the instrumental under it, and then she just rapped over it. But
I'm not gonna lie, I had that Doechii song on repeat. I was actually a fan of it.
But I think people like ripping him for his new project also because it's like soul based, and then just like the name of the album is kind of like a play on just like a slur, and it's kind of controversial almost. Just the name of it, the name of the album, but the
the
music
name of
itself,
it?
Yeah, I actually
it's
don't
called
know.
Monica.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, you know, for black people, like, you know how we kind of just embrace each other, we just say like my, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So it's
right,
just,
right.
yeah, it's kind of like that.
Oh.
Monica. So yeah, so if you
Oh, okay,
slow
I see
it
what
down,
you're saying.
yeah.
Really?
So if you slow it down, you hear it, and it's just like, okay, that's yeah.
it's like really like appropriation.
yeah,
and
most definitely, yeah.
Controversial.
Very.
Yeah.
But like no one's not really talking about it like that. Like they just made fun of him for it, but like the memes were hilarious. But other than that, like he doesn't get any bad press,
Damn.
realistically. So
I know you hold down a day job in addition to making music. So how do you stay inspired and how do you stay motivated to keep making music? I think recently you just went to an art exhibit in San Francisco. You just try to stay in the scene and try to try to immerse yourself in art.
yeah.
Right?
Working with a company that is just consistently or is just telling you like you have to do this. You gotta push this stuff out at a specific time. You can't fall behind or you're gonna get written up, and like I don't know, it takes a toll. It takes a toll. And then I'm in the car, I got my headphones in, just listening to music or just instrumentals that I have, trying to just think of something.
You just stay discovering music throughout the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. That's a big
and I think and I just think with that, like it's just one of those things like, it's better than having a boss in your ear the whole day. But like most of the time, like I'm secluded from everybody, so it's just like I'm my own person.
which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because you have your own,
Yeah,
you speak to yourself.
yeah, like I'm my own person. Like
Yeah.
they monitor me like through just my routes, I guess. Like they could see like how fast I'm going or how slow I'm going,
Yeah.
or whatever. But like I've never really got penalized for it. But like that's the only way I'm being watched. But other than that, like there's nobody like in my ear like
Yeah.
complaining to me about whatever.
Damn.
So So, yeah.
It's crazy. I just realized this. Like we've all had jobs where we've just been driving for our job. So I know you guys currently have jobs where you guys drive all the
Yeah.
time.
You had a driving job as well?
I did. So 2012, I was in LA. So I was in LA for school.
Oh, nice.
And I, for some reason, got this random job off Craigslist, a newspaper delivery verifier position.
Oh,
which
I think
makes
you
no
went over
sense.
this a little bit.
Yeah. So I would tail the newspaper delivery vans and make sure they were actually delivering the newspapers to the right places.
Wait, I don't remember the story at
Yeah.
all.
And my shift was from, it was the worst job in the world. My shift was from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I was driving around all of LA and Orange County in the dead of the night by myself, listening to podcasts and then just following. They all had GPSs and I had my laptop.
Yeah.
And I would track these vans.
Dude, you're like a PI, private investigator.
That's what I was doing. Yeah, and then on
Like stalking.
top of that, I was being tracked by my boss.
This was
So
crazy.
if I wasn't where I needed to be in a specific city, I would get a call from my boss, and he would just tear me apart. Dude.
Yeah.
He'd be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not in Inglewood? Why are you not in like Compton? I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, there's traffic or not. There was like
Yeah.
traffic or something happened.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see the van. So that was a hella stressful job, man. But I'm glad I don't.
Such a weird
Yeah, it was
job.
crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, I quit that job after like 3 months. I couldn't handle
Okay.
it, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like just staying up all night, getting home at 7 a.m. Like sleep schedule's all messed up and everything like that. But
that's no way to live.
But I just remember listening to like the same like song on the radio. I would listen to podcasts. That's what got me through. Like it was just focusing on like what music could I discover? You know, what could I learn like while just doing this job? Because otherwise, man, that was a rough job that I had.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
What do you like to stay listening to?
It's funny because like sometimes like if I find like a sponsored song from like a random artist I don't know, and if their stuff is good, I'll listen to it throughout the whole day. Or if it's just one song, and I'll just have it on repeat because because I'm consistently moving, so I have no time to just like switch through songs or whatever. Sometimes I put a playlist, but if I do put a playlist, it's Soulection. I do Soulection.
Oh, I know Soulection.
Yeah,
Dude, Soulection. Speaking of, man, they came out of Long Beach State, dude. When I was there, that's when they started. They blew up from Long Beach State. It was on the college radio.
Oh wow.
Joe K and everyone. It's crazy. And then I went to a couple of shows up here in SF when they came through.
Yeah. They had a New Year's event at the Guild House. San Jose.
Nice.
So I went to that. That was pretty cool.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
If y'all were to start a radio station, what kind of music would y'all play?
Everything.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I would play like all my friends' music if I were to do that.
That'd be cool. Like local music.
Yeah.
I think that's the move.
Local music of small, medium artists.
Yes. There's
we
a
need
big
to do
scene,
that.
dude. The scene out here is crazy. Like I'm so happy I moved down here. I used to live in Foster City, like San Mateo.
Okay.
On the peninsula. Nothing going on there. Like the moment I moved down here to San Jose, I was going to like a bunch of shows, and it's just like everything, man. They're like, you got every different kind of music down here.
Yeah.
There's like a big hard like punk scene, you know, rock scene.
Yeah.
Of hip hop, of course, but it's cool, man. Yeah. So I would play just local stuff, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good talent out here.
Most definitely.
I'm definitely gonna play lo-fi, hip hop, house music.
Yeah.
Gonna be the bulk of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
man.
the scenes for that. I love it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Can we just share like a artist you've been having on repeat as of late?
I'd have to look at my phone because I do not know who have I been listening to.
Have y'all heard of Dijon?
Dude.
It sounds familiar, but I don't
Yes.
think I have.
Yo, Dijon.
You gotta watch his Coachella set that he just played
was at Coachella?
last weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he
Oh,
played Friday night. It's gonna be on the YouTube Coachella YouTube on the YouTube. Coachella YouTube. He great performance. Yeah,
It's like kind of like lo-fi sound, alternative
indie, like just
indie,
raw indie soul.
Yeah. Nice.
It's just
raspy kind of singing voice.
pure.
Yeah.
Like the purest form of like human expression, man. I think you'd really love it, dude. It's my friend put me onto him. My friend Scott. He was like, "Hey, have you heard this artist?" I was like, I listened to him. I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
There's another artist called McGee.
Oh yeah, I know
Heard of
McGee.
him?
I know
So,
McGee. Wow.
Yeah. So McGee is the guitarist for Dijon.
Oh, that's cool.
No way.
Dog, and that's why their sound sounds so similar. And McGee was performing with Dijon. He was the guitarist. Dog, you
cool.
gotta see the Coachella set. They'll post it, man. It's unreal, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So McGee, Dijon. Did you find someone?
I been listening to Thundercat's new album.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thundercat was at Coachella too. He gets started on Suicidal Tendencies. Have you heard of that band? It's like an old like metal punk band. He just showed up randomly on their set. It was cool.
Wow.
Shout out Thundercat.
Thundercat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan, but Thundercat had a song with Tame Impala that I really liked.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what the name of that.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
I know the song you're talking about, but I don't know.
I think there's like a cheetah. The cheetah.
Is that? I don't know. That was the worst.
That's cool.
I know. That's cool.
Would you consider Thundercat like a top 5 artist for you? Top 10?
Perhaps. Like I feel like I've been so like just like out of touch with just like mainstream artists within like the past 12 years or so.
Yeah.
Like because music has grown so much.
Yeah,
it's like
it really has.
like after what they call the blog era, like you were saying,
2010.
like the Dat Piff era and like all
Yeah.
that stuff. After that, a lot of new artists started just coming in, and it was just like, who do I keep up with?
Yeah, it's like the faucet
Yeah.
just opened.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Actually, Anthony and I were talking about this before you got here. We were like, before 2003, 2004, like there were only like 3 places you got music,
Yeah.
mainly MTV, radio, friends, who just gave you like a cassette or something like that.
Xbox 360, if you had like live or something, they had this section where it was just music.
No.
And like that's how I discovered like Big Sean and like
Really?
No,
I have all
yeah, like shoot, if my brother was, he could tell you, because like I think I put him on to that maybe, or he probably discovered himself. But yeah, it was just this section in Xbox of just music, and then I got introduced to dubstep because one of my friends had that.
Wow.
And then so I learned who Skrillex was.
Yeah.
That's Sick.
That's Sick.
What year is this?
This was what, 2000, probably like 2011, 12.
It's about that time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2010,
like something like that.
That's when
2011.
dubstep exploded.
Yeah, so like I got introduced to like all of that. So I would just discover just artists off that. Oh yeah, and also like what was it? LimeWire.
Yep.
That's how I got
LimeWire.
my music.
Shout out to
Yeah.
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kazaa.
Oh,
Shout out to
man.
Napster. Shout out to Bearshare. What else was there? Do you use
Frostwire?
Oh yeah, I was
Frostwire.
just gonna say Frostwire.
Do you guys use SoulSeek?
Nah.
So SoulSeek is like the modern day version of all that stuff.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
You can it's basically the same thing. Like, but there's no viruses or anything. It's all like vetted. You know what I mean? It's
wow.
like legit, like good quality versions
Okay.
of it, like wave files or like FLAC files or something.
Okay.
So yeah,
Interesting.
shout out to SoulSeek.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question for the music is like do you think pop music is like kind of dying or dead in this era, in this era of music?
I think depending on what you want to call pop, because like there's a lot of artists that have like their own wave and it's considered pop, and it's depending on like what type of pop you want to have. Like there's dream pop, there's like the bubblegummy type of pop,
Yeah.
there's dark pop.
Yeah.
Pop is more of like a genre now, where it's like
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
kind of. Whereas back then in the previous era, it was like anything on these 4 main channels, the radio, MTV, anything could be pop. It was just whatever's popular, and then
Exactly.
everyone
Yeah,
just
pop
played
popular.
and sang and
Yeah.
listened to. But now, not everyone's listening to the same thing anymore,
Yeah.
which is very interesting.
Yeah. Because I think
Yeah.
that there's just a crowd that still like listens to like mainstream stuff versus like people who just are looking for like niche genres and artists to listen to.
Yeah, yes.
I guess.
Speaking of, like on that vein of pop, there's hyper pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is its own
hyperpop.
thing, which is like hyper exaggerated form of it, right? It's like
Yeah.
super distorted, and then a genre I just found recently called hyperflip.
Oh wow.
Which is basically, have you guys heard of Daryacore? So Daryacore is like, it's like one of these like heavy like internet PC music type of genres where it's just like they take like acapellas from 2000, 2010,
Yeah.
like really popular, like everyone would know it, right?
Right.
And then they put that over just like usually like drum and bass or like just like happy hardcore, like house, like electronic beats. And for some reason, it's so addictive and it works. And that's what I've been listening to like every morning
Okay.
when I exercise. When I go for a run, I'm listening to Hyperflip.
All right.
It's just like, dude, it's great. It's like insane. It's like the most ADHD ass music.
Interesting.
But you'll hear like acapellas, you'll be like, I know that song. And it's like, it's presented in this crazy ass way, like this super like hyperactive, insane way. I'm like, this is what like 2026 sounds like right here.
Wow.
Wow.
It's chaotic. It's chaos, but it's nostalgic at the same time.
Okay.
I think that it scratches this itch that I feel like I didn't know I had.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Hyperflip.
Okay. Hyperflip. I'm going to look into that honestly.
yeah. Check it out.
Speaking of new genres,
Yeah.
you said you're making a new genre.
I mean, I'm just in a new genre I mean, it's not my own type of genre, but it's just in the genre that I am not like I guess accustomed to originally. That's why Not Your Average Latte.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
of course, like it's indie pop. It is dream pop. There's some rock stuff in there. There's like one
Oh, wow.
R&B ish. I guess you could say it's R&B because it is an R&B beat, but like that's probably like the only R&B out of that whole project, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I think,
Yeah.
dude, I feel like we're in a time in history where the idea of a genre is dying because everything is so cross-pollinated now.
Yeah.
And there's no need to stick to a specific genre.
Yeah.
I think people are hungry for something unique. Like they're hungry for just this unique blend of sounds that doesn't sound like anything they've heard before. Like we're just craving novelty, man. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's very saturated. Very saturated.
And like people are just, and then you have like AI music coming in, fucking everything up.
Yep.
And now it's just like
AI slop.
So, and all AI does is just replicate what's already out there. So like trying to stay ahead of that and blend genres and create something that's so out there and so unique and so like
it can be addicting. I swear. There's a few songs that are AI.
Yeah.
There's one that it was on the SoundCloud, but it was LeAngelo Ball's song. It's called Swerve, but they made it to like a 70s like kind of like Mac player pimp kind of song.
Okay, yeah.
It's like very like disco-y. Oh my god, it's way better than the original song.
Oh,
and then there's another one that I like.
And AI made this?
Yes, it's AI.
And it sounds good.
Yes.
And you're like, damn it, like why does it sound so good?
And it's Dragon Ball like bass. It's called Mr. Popo Took Your Girl. Oh, it's like Mr. Popo took your girl, living in a different world. Oh my god, like it is so addicting to listen to.
Oh god,
damn it.
Yes.
it's coming.
God damn it.
Yes.
There's an album called like People I Kicked in the Balls, and it's all just it's all like celebrities that this AI like song of this guy is kicked in the ball, like Barack Obama.
Oh wow.
Donald Trump.
Oh, wow.
Like Adam Sandler. Yeah, but it's like good.
Oh wow.
Like I would listen to that shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. AI is scary. Yeah, I try to wean off of it. I'll have like a couple of them, but like other than that, like I try to stay away.
Yeah.
I don't want that to absorb me.
I'm scared for when like music's coming out and then I can't even tell when it's
we're
human
getting
or
to
AI.
that point.
Doesn't was it Timberland? I think he has like a
He did that thing. I saw that. He made like this whole like girl. It's like an AI avatar. It's like this girl. She looks kind of like Asian-ish, but it's like all fake. Like I think he didn't even make the music, right?
I want to say
generated.
I want to say he made the music. I could be wrong, but like it's his artist. I guess.
Yeah, it's not him saying that he put out the music, but this fake person. But it's him behind the music.
He's just directing.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Do you remember the first time you ever performed in front of a group of people, and how did it go?
The first thing, there's two different occasions. So when I first started doing music in Nebraska, I hung out with like two other people, and one dude was like R&B, and like he rapped, but R&B was like more of his thing. And then I was just rapping. So me and him, we were like this duo, and then we did this performance that was like in front of like maybe 4 people, 5 people maybe. So like I didn't really count that as a performance because I'm just like, there's nobody here. And it's just like what am I doing here kind of thing. But like whatever. An opportunity is an opportunity at that point. But then when I started doing a duo with my homie Jay, we were going to this one producer or engineer that he knew. And I was out here visiting at the time, and he was like, dude, I found a guy, he can record us, this and that. So when you come back, we can do our music, all that kind of stuff. So that guy also curated shows and stuff. So apparently there was like this local tournament of all these artists in Omaha, I guess. And we were all in this one building. It's called the Sokol Auditorium, which is like infamous for like upcoming artists that are just booming, and like they go to this place, which holds a lot of people. But like we were in like the building next to it. Okay. And then so that's where he threw this tournament. So it was probably like maybe like 30 of us, I guess, in this tournament. And for whatever reason, we were first. Oh. Yeah, he gave, I don't know if it's because we just been going to him frequently, and he was just like, I like you guys could just go first. But I was like so nervous. I remember my homie had some like UV blue in the car, and they were like, yeah, let's just take this UV blue.
Like UV blue is
like drink. Yeah. Is it like vodka?
It's like vodka and like some other stuff. It's like they had like different flavors. There was like there's like UV grape, UV strawberry, but blue was like their main
just
thing.
Swigging it.
Yeah, if you had a buzz ball, And like if you had the blue
Yeah.
one, that's what like UV blue kind of tasted like. If you had Hypnotic, oh my god, but that's oh man, that's another story. But like Hypnotic and like the Buzz Ball and the UV blue, like it's all like the same flavor pretty much. But yeah, so we were just drinking that, and then we are just like, all right, let's just do our thing, and then so. We did our thing, and then we just left. We left like right. We didn't stay for anybody else. Why
not?
I don't know. I think I was just like kind of overwhelmed, and I'm like, okay, I'm just performing for other artists. Like it felt weird for me
because you guys
like,
were the first ones up.
Yeah,
you guys were opening.
Yeah, and then like we've never performed for anybody, so that was our first time. And then of course out there, everyone kind of just like strokes their own ego. So it's just like we're just against everyone here.
Yeah,
and we don't sound like anybody else. And like looking at them, you know, it's hard to really just like, you know, have like a stereotype on them, but it's just like you call it how you see it. And so I'm just like, I know what these guys are about to rap, and so I'm like, we're not that. So for us to be like the unique ones in this whole tournament, we're like, all right, we'll just leave afterwards. Cool.
Yeah, you just weren't feeling it.
Yeah, I was just like, whatever, fuck it. And then so I want to say it was like later on in that day or like the next day, the guy hits us up and was like, dude, you know you guys won this tournament? Like technically. I was like, word? Like, really? Like, I don't know what.
Wait, what was everyone else rapping? Like,
whatever, like gangster rap, like, you know, like back then, who was big? Like Rick Ross, Wayne, like all those guys. They were all big.
I get bitches.
Yeah, it was
Money.
it was just stuff like that. They were just rapping, but it wasn't tasteful. None of it was tasteful. So there was barely anybody that you could really like get behind because everyone just rapped like that, and it was just like
it's like they were just like imitating.
Yeah, that's how they were, and I think they're probably still doing that to this day. So
and y'all came up like original.
A little bit, like we piggybacked off of the Cool Kids. And who else? Like Pac Div. So they were kind of like modern, like boom bap ish, like new age kind of
like
rapping.
backpack type.
Yeah, kind of. So we were doing that.
Okay.
So that's what, and then because we were, I guess, considered like good kids. So we called ourselves the good kids, kind of like emulating the cool kids.
Yeah.
But because everyone's like gangster rap and like all that kind of stuff, like we do like the goody goody stuff or whatever. So it's the good kids. So yeah. So that's where like I was under a different moniker back then. It was Dat Kerzy Panoy, or DKP for short.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just dropped the D part and the P part and just became Kerzy because it made sense to do.
And then
that.
you added the De Leon.
Yeah, De Leon, yeah. So De Leon is
very appropriate that you're wearing that mask.
Oh, I know. Everyone has said that. It's like, yeah, it's so like lion-like. I'm like, well, I guess. And then me being a Leo, so it's just like, okay,
there you go.
It makes sense for the De Leon part.
Yeah. After that first performance, what would you say is the best show that you played?
The best show now?
Yeah, in recent memory.
The best show, probably last year when I did the thing with the band with Kerzy and the Kuyas.
Yeah.
When we did the 3-hour event at the. Why am I drawing a blank? I should know. The Ameswell Hotel in Mountain View. Yeah, so that was probably like the best one because it was just us.
Yeah.
It literally was just us. And then the people we knew, like they all just came out to support and then so cool. That was probably like the best one for sure. And live too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have any rough shows or shows that didn't go so well? Oh
man, so in October, this is when like I wasn't getting booked as much. So like in October, one of these guys that I knew, I want to say they're from Oakland, maybe Richmond or something, but like I met them at an Oakland event like couple years ago, and then they hit me up and was like, hey, we're doing this like 50 person thing at Music City SF, and I don't know if you guys ever been to Music City SF.
I haven't.
Yeah, so like it's this space where like people, you know, there's like what I say, like you could perform there, you could like book rooms for like rehearsals, and like they have like different rooms, so there's like a rooms with like stages and stuff like that, and you could just rent that out and like and then you can just like have your own show, and it could probably fit like maybe 15-20 people per room, if that. I want to say, so you could have like your own intimate settings in these in these rooms, but it was like a Halloween event. So like they were just saying like pick a time you want to go up. I'm like, okay. I mean, I get off work a little bit late, so like I'll go later in the night, I guess. And then so like every room was just filled with artists, like different genres. Like so like you could literally like bounce to one room and like someone's playing like some like metal stuff or whatever. You go to another one, someone's probably like doing like R&B or like rap. So you could literally just bounce to different rooms, just get a different vibe.
That's
in each
so
room.
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But since everything for me was like Bluetooth and we're like downstairs, I had no service. I had no service. And then like the person that was like running that room, I told her, I was like, yo, I'll probably go upstairs. Maybe I can get some connection and I can just send the files to you. And none of it wouldn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, none of it worked. And I'm like, well, I had a cool crowd in here, and then now it's like dying down. And then so I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm still here, like whatever. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna just do some acapella stuff. And then so a guy that was in there, he just hopped on the drums, but he didn't have sticks. So like he was just like hitting stuff, and it was kind of like offbeat, and I was just trying to like catch his pace. And then like, and I probably did like maybe like 1 or 2 songs, and I'm just like all right. And then so like the person that was running was like, all right, you're good. Like you're good, like it's okay, kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but it wasn't like our fault. It was just literally the connection and stuff. So like yeah, he was just hitting it, and I'm just like, he was like, you mind? I'm like, sure, if you know what you're doing. And then, you know, he was just hitting stuff with his hands and just hitting the cymbal really hard with his hands.
He didn't really know what he was doing.
I thought he did. He was very convincing that
like,
he
I
knew
got
he
you,
was,
bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was just like, all right, cool. And I tried to match his energy. I tried, and I was like, all right, cool,
You did
whatever.
what you could,
yeah,
man. You did what you could.
yeah. So whatever, I guess. So
But-
I wasn't mad at it.
It's just one of those things. You got to pay your dues, like rites of passage of performing.
Yeah.
Good on you for sticking that out.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
trying.
I try to be professional anywhere I go. If I
good.
know it's a crappy venue, like I will give like a half-ass effort, but I'll still like in my head, I'm like I know this is a smaller venue. It's probably like 10 people or whatever. So like I'm feeding off the crowd too. So if this crowd has low energy, then I'm giving them low energy.
that
Like
makes
I'm not going to excel my energy for you guys, and you guys are just like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, this is what I do. Here's a song. I'm gonna perform it. Boom, next song. Boom, next song. Next song. Yeah. So like,
Well, if you play to small crowds and you give low energy, are you scared or worried that those small amount of people are going to go around and be like, oh, Kerzy was low energy?
not really. I want to say. I just think in my head, like I know that I could do better.
Yeah.
But it's because like sometimes like I'm nervous because it's such a small crowd,
Yeah.
and I think that's just my thing. Like I can't deal with small crowds. Like I feed off of like bigger crowds. So like more than like if it's like 30 or more, and like you can make the space look big.
Yeah.
And then like and the people who went up before me had like good reactions. I'm like, okay, I got this in the bag then. Like if the energy's live, then I'm matching that. So like I could just follow up with that. But if it's like 10 people and they're just like complimentary claps, I'm like, thanks. And then just keep it pushing. It's funny. And I just treat it as practice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even though it's a performance, but I'm like, all right, like whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
So I saw one of your posts from a while back that touched on the topic of mental health. And I know as an artist, as someone who, you know, doesn't run away from their emotions and actually dives into them, you know, to create art, to create music and put it out there. You know, you're taking all these steps to dive into yourself. Do you want to talk a little bit about how you deal with maintaining your mental health? Do you have any practices or anything you do to kind of balance out the kind of like artistic mindset versus, you know, just being able to go on and live your life?
I think if I'm going through something, then of course like I shut down. I shut down a lot, and then I kind of like I try to like isolate myself from everybody. I'll go to the beach at night if I can. Or I'll just take like long drives through the bay, just wasting gas, whatever.
Don't waste gas now.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? I know. Like I still do it anyway, just because, just for the sake of. Yeah. But like, yeah, just riding around, just listening to just whatever. And if I have anything in mind at that time, then it's like, all right, I'll just put on a beat or something, and then just like think of something.
Yeah.
Like, what am I feeling right now? How is this? Yeah, like, how is this making me feel? And can I like put that into this song, or am I just gonna just cry the whole time listening to this? Like whatever is like making me feel, and then like sometimes it's tough.
Yeah. And
then like other times, like I just don't talk to anybody or whatever. Or sometimes like I project sometimes, but like it's seldom for me to like project like on social media and stuff like that. Especially like if I feel like I don't have an outlet for like someone to like hear me out, then it's like, I'll go on my story and just say whatever or do whatever, I guess. Kind of like masking my emotions almost in that sense.
I've noticed a big uptick in that. People letting out their emotions on social media.
Yeah.
And it can be very overwhelming to go onto social media and be like, dude, everyone's using the platform to say what's on their mind here, right now.
And you're like, dude, I'm on the toilet right now. And like, I'm just reading like this wall of text. I'm like, yo, I'll come back to this later. I gotta watch something funny, man. Just give me something funny, please. That's why I like watching your stories, because they're funny. They're entertaining. You know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying, Anthony. Like it is happening, but I'm glad people have an outlet for it though.
Yeah.
Because to keep stuff in that's kind of eating away at you on the inside, that's probably the unhealthiest thing that you could do. I went through that whole thing when I was in my early 20s. Like I kept so much inside that I ended up just, like you said, shutting down to the point where like I became mute.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even, I had someone that I trusted next to me and I couldn't even tell him what was going on or what was wrong.
Yeah.
And I remember at like very distinctly like, oh, this is very bad. Like this is not good. Like I can't even talk, like verbalize what I'm going through right now because I've held so much stuff in that I it's just gone. Like it's just, I was just blank. I was like an empty shadow of a person, like an empty vessel. Wow. And like I had to come back from that, man. I had to like face those, face myself in the mirror and come back to that. But I'm glad now, that people have that outlet. Even if it is just broadcasting to the world, you don't know who's gonna see it.
I think one-on-one relationships are not at their strongest right now. Like earlier when you were talking about like saying hi to your neighbor, like those relationships aren't super strong.
Our phones have a lot to do with it. I think what's going on in the world has a lot to do with it. Yeah. And I think, just people are having these parasocial relationships with people who are on streams, celebrities, but the face-to-face interaction, I think that is definitely on the decline, and that's something that we need just as human beings. And honestly, that's one of the main reasons why I started this podcast, or I wanted to start a podcast, because we could have conversations like this. Yeah. Because I work from home full time. This is my office 5 days a week. I only see my wife and my son. Basically, that's it. Sometimes we'll see family. So this to me is like gold, because I can open up. I can be myself. I can have conversations with people, even if we're wearing this crazy ass shit right now. But this is dope. Like this actually is like therapy for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad we started this, dude. Like, but yeah, like you said, yeah, I think it's definitely on the decline. I think we're noticing like it's just it's like an epidemic. And I think by doing this, like we're on the right path, like we're actually having these conversations, whereas I feel like a lot of people aren't, It's crazy. You see it in the younger generation, like, it's real. Like they're just on their phone all the time. Like, and you try to talk to them and there's like no one there. Yeah. And that's terrifying to me. Like there's no one there. Yeah.
Even in like the club scene too. Like there's people that are not dancing or anything. Like they listen to the music and they're worried about sitting down just on their phones.
I haven't been to a club in a while recently, but like I've heard and I've seen it like kind of just on streams and stuff. Yeah. People aren't even dancing or interacting.
Yeah.
Have you been to any recently where you've seen that?
Not as of late, I feel like I just don't have time to do that, or I just don't have like the right people to go with to do that. But then, you know, that's just a break for me, just being out at night, you know?
Yeah.
But from what I've experienced, yeah, it's just like people are just like on their phones.
Yeah.
And
Either
just,
recording it or just like standing.
Yeah,
there,
just
right?
recording like the moment of it and not really just like
Being in it.
Yeah, just like being in it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you know, of course, like back then, like we didn't have phones, and then we couldn't bring like, you know, like a camcorder inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So of course, like now it's just like acceptable just to do that. Like you see like your favorite artist, and then like everyone's phone's just out, everyone's flashlights is on, or whatever. Instead of just like being in there and just being like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Dude, there was so Coachella just happened. Weekend 1 just happened. I was watching the streams over the weekend. There was one artist that stood out among everyone that I saw. He's an artist named Bunt, B-U-N-T. He's an electronic artist from Germany. He was playing in the Sahara, which is just a giant tent.
Oh wow!
And it was the exact opposite of that.
Oh wow!
Everyone was just in the moment and having fun. It looked like it was from the 90s or something.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
no one had their phone out.
That's
Everyone
good.
was like dancing and smiling and crying.
Hell yeah.
And dude, that I got super emotional. I was like, yo, this is like a moment in history.
Yeah.
And then I went, all the other sets I saw, everyone has their phone in the air.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
at that one particular set, everyone was just like pure like joy. And I hope I'll send you guys a link if it goes up, because like that really touched me.
Yeah.
Like it was just pure like presence and being in the moment, and like that's a powerful thing now, to be able to have that control over a crowd.
Oh yeah.
Like, and play the right music and bring that type of energy. That's what defines a good artist in 2026 to me. Is, can you get people off their phones? Can you get people like smiling and laughing and
Right.
crying, you know, and hugging and, you know, holding each other and like, you know, putting their arms around each other. That's what makes a good artist right now, man. Otherwise, everyone's just going to be doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We need more phone-free events.
yes.
Like, take away our
Yes.
phones in the beginning of the concert.
Yeah. I
don't
know
know.
there's
Yeah.
like
I
know
comedy
that's a
shows that
good-
do
Yeah,
that.
comedy shows do that.
Yeah.
You
man.
drive for Amazon as a delivery driver.
Yeah.
And I just want to hear about what that experience is like, and just the things that you've seen on the road.
I've taken packages, first and foremost. I've taken packages. That's one of my
Really?
competitions. Yeah, I've taken packages.
Are we allowed to say this?
It's-
I'll cut it.
Okay.
I don't think Amazon cares. They make enough money. They make enough money to just
and they'll send
refund
another
people.
package. They'll do
Yeah,
that.
they literally do. They literally do. But no, sometimes there's this thing in Amazon. It's called a missort. So pretty much it's like a loose package that wasn't supposed to be on your route. So if I'm like in a specific city and this package is from a different city, like realistically I'm supposed to like return that.
Yeah.
But because it's not in my system, I'm just like, what did they get? And it's random. Sometimes it's like baby clothes. Sometimes it's like
Yeah.
dietary stuff,
Right.
or just whatever. I mean, I've gotten some cool stuff, and then like I've given it out to people as well. Like I don't keep majority of these things because like if it doesn't serve a purpose for me, like I gave my homie Bunso an umbrella, and then he told me this story prior that like he bought an umbrella and then he didn't see this umbrella, and then like his brother took it, and then he seen it like his brother use it or something like that, and then he like confronted his brother and was just like, where'd you get it? And then his brother was like, oh, I got it here, this and that, or whatever. And then just never seen that umbrella. And then just like, whatever, like a day or two later, I'm on my route, and then I just got a missorted package, and it was an umbrella. And I was like, here, dude, like, here's this umbrella.
Wait, so if it's missorted, that basically means it's unaccounted for.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
They just claim that it's lost, and
Yeah,
like, you're not
so
gonna
like
get it back,
if it was like
basically.
if it's like on someone else's route, and sometimes like I have packages that I don't have, and I'll look and I'm like, okay, I don't have this package. So pretty much like that probably was in somebody else's van, or whatever, and then either they probably returned it or maybe they took it. Like I don't know. And the biggest purchase I would say out of those packages was a Google Home projector.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a. I don't know how. It was probably it's like as big as that. Probably as big as that.
Projector.
That's pretty big.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
pretty
maybe a little bit smaller, but like probably like as big as that.
Yeah.
And then yeah. So like I just put it in my bag. Went to my car before I went into the warehouse.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it and I saw the price like online. I was like, yo, this is $300. This is worth $300. And I just have it.
Nice. You
It's
use it
just,
often?
it is just in my room. Yeah. It's literally just in my room. But there's times where like I've almost got like bit by dogs.
Oh, God.
Like typical like mailman thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, sometimes I'm in the hills, like Los Altos Hills, Portola Valley, like all those like rich areas.
Yeah,
and then every house has a dog.
Oh,
And like there's always like a beware of dog sign, and then it's like some Pomeranian. I'm just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? And there's times where like I'll hear a dog in the distance. I'm like, okay, that's probably like next door in the backyard or something.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, because I have my headphones in and I can hear stuff in the background, and it's usually dogs barking, and I'm not thinking anything of it. And then so like one time I turned around and I see this huge, like this furry ass like German Shepherd just like bolted around the corner, and I was like, nope. And then
my God.
and I just dropped the package. I was like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting bit. I'm not getting bit. But it's not the first time that like I've had those encounters.
Okay.
Like sometimes there's chill dogs that are out. Like there's one that I go to in the hills, and I can like see through the window, and it's like this golden retriever, kind of old. You could tell because it's like white and like in the muzzle area or whatever. But it's such a chill dog, and I could see he goes through the doggy door in the back, and he just comes around, and I hold dog treats all the time.
Really?
Yeah, every
No
time.
wonder they're coming after you.
Yeah, so like when I first did it, he came around the corner, and I'm just like, this dog better be cool. And it was wagging his tail, and it came up slow. I'm like, oh, okay. It followed me to the van, and then I just gave him a treat. It sat down, waited patiently. I gave him his treat, and he went back.
Yeah.
He went right back inside. And it's like routine. Every time I get that house, it's routine.
Oh.
So you do the same route every single time?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. Like sometimes like I'll be in the hills, and then other times I'll be in just like the main areas. But like they have me in the hills for like the past like 2 to 3 months, I guess. And it sucks. It's
because you're just driving up and down.
yeah, and then
More
and,
steps, probably.
yeah, sometimes
Super steep.
Yeah, sometimes like our van can't like handle like the steepness of
shit.
because like some people's driveways, it's like windy. They're windy, or they're like narrow, so sometimes you can't. There's no turnaround, so you have to reverse out.
Oh my God! All the way
like-
back down.
Yeah, sometimes, and then like when it rains, we can't really like do too much. So sometimes we have to walk down these like steep drive or walk up.
It's those big
What-
money, big money houses.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Those
So
Los
like,
Altos
so
houses.
like when it rains, oh my God, it rained the other day, and
Yeah.
I was drenched. I was drenched, and then I called my dispatch. I'm like, dude, like. Do we still have to keep doing this? Because like I am like soaking wet.
Jeez.
These packages are getting wet. Like
Yeah.
what do we do? And they're like, you got to keep going. I'm just like, oh.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it sucks. And I almost got stuck. Like backing in.
Oh, no.
And then like I was trying to like go forward, and I can hear the tires rolling, and I was like, oh shit, I am stuck. Yeah, and I kept slipping. And because there was leaves, because there's trees everywhere. So it's because like from the leaves underneath, it's making it spin.
Yeah,
so like I have
no
to
traction.
get out of the leaves. So I had to pull in more like deeper into the driveway just so I can go up.
oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
Yeah, it was scary. it was scary.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
other than that, you've never had any issues of people like stealing from your van or anything like that.
Oh,
like,
no.
running up on you or anything. Because I always think about that.
I feel like if you're in like the low income areas
Yeah.
where like there's like a lot of activity, I feel like that's when you should be cautious. But like I'm in like the nicest areas.
Yeah.
So
You don't
like,
gotta worry about
no,
any
I
of
don't
that.
I don't really worry. But sometimes like I'll see a couple of like homeless people, but I'm like, they seem like they wouldn't do anything. Yeah. I mean, like I could just leave the keys in and like nothing happens. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I have not had an incident where someone tried to like steal
That's
anything
good.
from me.
Knowing everything that you know now, what is one thing you wish you could go back and tell your younger self when you first started making music?
Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Like do what you love. You're gonna see some end results. I mean, it may take a long time, but coming this far, like doing like a duo, like my friend in Nebraska doesn't even do music anymore. He doesn't like.
He just kind of hung it up.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm too old. I'm like, dude, we're like the same age.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like I'm too old. Like I don't know what to write. Like I don't know anything cool to write about. I'm just like, bro, like we didn't start off like this, dude. like we were supposed to do this shit together.
Yeah.
And then obviously like I left, but it was just like you were supposed to hold up your end.
No.
And I was gonna do my thing out here. And then he was just like, he's like, nah, like I can't do that anymore, kind of thing. So it's like frustrating almost.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wanted to see them succeed, and I don't even know what they're doing outside of that, like, you know, out of work or like whatever. And they could just be being a homebody, you know what I mean? Just watching everyone else doing what they love. But it's just like I just been the only consistent one out of like all of my friends out there that still does music.
Yeah.
So
it's hard, man. It's hard when you get older. Like I think we're both in our 30s. And, you know, life happens, but
yeah,
you got to do what you got to do to keep it alive, because like I can't see myself not doing anything creative. Like there were moments in my life, like in my early 20s, when I thought about hanging it up. And I thought about just thinking, oh, I got to grow up. I got to do grown up stuff. I got to get a job and do all this stuff. And that was the most miserable I have ever been in my life. Like I got mad depressed. I thought about ending everything. I couldn't think straight. Like everything, it felt like because I had that in my head, everything else around me was like reacting that same way. And it was like a sign for me to say like, hey, you got to keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Like you got to do what makes you happy. You got to do what brings you joy. You got to do what makes you feel alive. And like life kind of guided me back to this, like to everything that I'm doing now. Like it was crazy. I look back now and think like, the people that reached out to me during that time, like they all like were like pulling me back in some way.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And like, I don't know if that's the universe or God or whatever, you know, but I'm glad they did, you know, otherwise I probably wouldn't even be here right now, man. Like if I just thought that I had to give up what I loved just because I had to grow up, like what kind of thinking is that? Now thinking back, you know?
Yeah. And there's always like an age, like I guess an age limit people try to like put people that are like in their 30s. Like if you're not like big in your 30s now or whatever, it's like why still do it if you're not going anywhere with it?
Yeah, and that could not be more untrue.
Yeah.
Now in this day and age where you have access to the entire world in your pocket. You got people in their 60s and their 70s, their 80s, their 90s blowing up on TikTok, starting a new business, doing what they love. It's all just a mindset, dude. It's people who believe they can and people who believe they can't. And there's a lot of people out there who believe that they can't do something, and then they go around telling other people that they can't do it either because they can't see it in themselves. Put yourself around the right people, man.
Right.
Like it's all about the people around you. You got people around you telling you can't do this, you can't do that. I got people close to me now that, you know, that have that type of mindset. They don't say it outright, but I know, you know, their worldview. I've seen, you know, how they talk and how they move and how they act. I'm like, damn, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be like, that's not me, dude. I'm not doing that. And you got to make that decision and you got to stand by that. And it's hard when you got a bunch of people pulling you down, whether it's consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. You got to make the conscious decision to say no. Like I'm forging my own reality and I'm going to stick with it. And I got to remind myself of that like every morning, dude. Like I go in, I have like a little sauna in the back. Like I go in the sauna, I meditate. I tell myself like, hey man, stay on track. Just one more day, stay on track. One more episode, one more podcast episode.
Yeah.
You know?
If you could say something to yourself, the future you in 5 years from now, what would you say?
Am I still doing this? Like, did my fan base grow? Like, am I getting anywhere like with this? Like, will this still be a thing for me within like the next 5 years? I think that's what I would just ask. But like, I would really feel like I'm still going to be doing this. like realistically, and I could probably answer like, yeah, you're still gonna be doing the same stuff, and it'll probably be a different mask. It'd probably be I don't even know what would be the next step like outside of like this mask, but it could just be something extravagant. But like who knows? But like I know in my heart like I still can do this. Like even if I'm like 20 years from now, like I still feel like I'm going to be like doing this.
Yeah.
For
Like
sure.
you're still gonna have that in you. There's just like that pure part of you, that kid in you that's never gonna leave.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's why we're all sitting around this table like wearing this shit right now. Like, we all kept that inner child alive, and like that's what keeps you young.
Most definitely.
Yeah. What is one piece of advice that you have for aspiring artists or kids these days that are scared to stand out?
I'd say hone your craft. Like figure out what sound you want and like pick whatever that is and just perfect that. And then just like find your people, find your demographic of people, because like not everyone's going to like you, but it's great to still express yourself for the masses of people. But just hone your craft and just perfect that sound, and then people will gravitate to that.
Kerzy De Leon, Not Your Average Latte EP coming out soon.
Coming soon.
Thank you, brother.
Of course.
Thanks for coming in.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you for
Appreciate
coming
it.
in.
Thank you guys for having me as always.
Love your music, love your sound.